Now let us start with the next session, that is on MongoDB administration. In this session we will learn about how to create users without roles and with roles. We can provide certain limitations also, and we can provide authorizations also to the users through role assignment. We can grant the permissions to users. We can revoke the permissions from users. Also, for a particular server or particular shard, we can assign certain rights to users for a shard, and we can revoke permissions from him from another shard also. So in this session, we will be learning about all such things through which we can control the administration part, or we can administrate our MongoDB server and MongoDB client also. All the permissions needs MongoDB server running in background, and it needs to work on Mongo shell. So let us start our session on this. So I have already started MongoDB server, and right now I am on in Mongo shell. So for this, firstly we will see how to create user in MongoDB. Suppose we want to create a user in a given database, or we want to create new database, then firstly we have to switch onto that particular user. So for that, firstly we will do use. Firstly check which database is currently open. So it is showing test database is currently open. Now suppose we want to create a user. The command for that is create user command, and this create user command has the fields, and these fields are user, comma, right concern. Let me briefly describe about this syntax. It says it will create a new user for the database on which the method is run. db.createUser returns a duplicate user error if the user already exists. It means if we are trying to create a user which is already existing, then the name is same, then it will return a duplicate user error. This method has the syntax, that is db.createUser, and then two parameters, user and right concern. So this user, this field user as data type document, and the document with authentication and access information about the user which we want to create. And then this term right concern, its type is again document, and this is the optional field. It shows the level to right concern for the creation operation. The right concern document takes the same field as the get last error command is there. So we need to specify the roles, and in the roles field you can specify both built-in roles and user defined roles also. To specify a role that exists in the same database where db.createUser runs, we can either specify the role with the name of the role itself, like read write. So it will give both the read and write permission to the user. So its syntax is similar to like this. Let me mention over here. Let me write in text box about this. Just a minute, I'm copying the data I have already created in the notepad because my typing speed is not good. So that's why I have already typed such things. Now see, here we are using a database named as products, and the command is db.create user colon account admin 01. It is the basically name of the user, and then we have specified pwd field that with the password prompt, and whenever we mention password prompt, it will prompt the user to enter the password for the given user. Then clear text password we have specified in this case. So if we want to create a user with roles, we can define the roles. And if we want to create any user without defining any roles, then we can skip it. So let us do full-fledged practice on this, practical example for this. So I'm clearing the screen so that I can write the full commands for this. So I will be writing db dot create user. Then here we will be defining name for the user. Let us say name for the user is Kushwant. Then pwd field, it will prompt for password, that is password. Sorry, here there we will be having single colon password prompt. Then define the roles. If we don't want to specify any role, we can keep these columns blank. Otherwise, we will mention the role. Here I am mentioning that the user will be having read write roles. And then next, let me give Khushwant user all the admin roles. So I will be writing this thing, and then press enter. Then this one. Sorry, there is some error, missing property ID. db dot create user, db dot create user, round bracket started, this one, user this, which one, password prompt, admin roles, db admin. So let us press enter. Now see, here we have written the command that is db.create_user. Username we have kept Kushwan. Password, at the password stage we have asked MongoDB to prompt for it. And then we have defined that Kushwan's user will be having read-write roles as well as admin roles. And then we have pressed enter. Now we got the message, enter password. Enter password means we will set the password. Now let me keep the password same. I have used the same password, that is Kushwant. Press enter. Now see, it has shown successfully added user. Username is Kushwant and roles are read write and admin rights. Now suppose you want to create the user without giving him defining any roles. Then we will write the command like this. db dot create user. Let us keep next user Mansi. After this, pwd dot password prompt, then roles, I don't want to give any roles, so I have not defined the roles. I will keep it blank. For uncaught session after ID. Now, when we press enter, we can enter the password like Mansi, press enter. Now, it has successfully added the user. Username is Mansi, and we have not defined any of the roles. So this user operation creates a user named Mansi in the database that was currently active and have not defined any of the roles. Now, if we want to create administrative user with roles, means administrative user with roles, then we will simply write the command like this. Let me make copy it from the notepad file to save time. Now see, press enter, keep the password KK, press enter. So here it is saying uncaught exception error that couldn't add user, no role named cluster admin at the rate of products has been defined. So let me check which is currently active. It is products is active, and we are defining the roles on this. So it says no role named cluster admin. So firstly, this is the role which is to be defined. So what we can do is we can skip this role because this has not been created yet. Just firstly we need to create this role because this is a user defined role. User passwords cannot be empty. We have not specified password anywhere. Sorry, we pressed enter by mistake. Let me paste once again. Password, let me keep the password KK, press enter. Now see, it has successfully added a user. User named is KK, and we have assigned him the big configuration right, all type of configuration rights we have assigned him, and his role is read write also, means updation and deletions can be performed at the same time. We have given him configuration rights also. All the configuration rights have been provided to this user. So similarly, we can create user with authentication restrictions. In case of authentication restrictions, we mean we are creating a user named anything like restricted user is the name in the given database. The user may only authenticate if connecting to the given IP address a particular IP address and the IP and another IP address which we want to give the rights. Let me describe you about this. We have not created IPs and all, so we are considering it with the help of simply a text box. Now see what is happening in this case. Here we are creating a user and we kept the username as restricted. You can change the name of the user to any name you like, and password we have prompted and says we can provide a clear text password also. You can keep it blank over here. Clear text password you can specify. Roles are role, read write, reporting rights we have given him. Authentication restrictions, it means if we want to authenticate a particular server, suppose someone is logging into a database from a remote location, then we can authenticate the user based on his IP address. So in this case, we have provided authentication restrictions, which says client source is this IP and server address is this IP. So in this case, the user may authenticate if connecting from IP address, and that IP address is 192.0.2.0, and he can log on to which server? 198.51.100.0. So this is the basically method for providing restrictions, creating user and authenticating a user from a particular IP address. So this can be done. So it is prompting for user password. So I have kept the password KK and pressed enter. So it says user added successfully. The username is restricted. Roles has been specified, and then reporting is done, and then other features has been done based on the IP address. Client source is this and server address is this for his login. So this way we can authenticate the user from a particular IP address. We can specify client source, comma separated another source because this is array. Now see carefully here, client source has been mentioned within the square brackets, and these square brackets represents array. So we can specify one IP address. At the same time, we can specify multiple IP address for which we want to authenticate a client. At the same time, we can specify comma separated server addresses also if we want to provide multiple server IPs in our case. Similarly, if we want to get user, it means it will return the information for a specified user run to check which of the user is currently existing. So for that, we have the function that is db get user. We have the function, I'm repeating, db dot get user. So the command that is db dot get user returns user information for a specified user. The user, but it says that the user must exist on the database on which the method runs. So username is basically string in this case. We can specify arguments and its type is a document, which is an optional field. We can tell the server or the shell to display credentials, privileges and authentications to given to a particular user. So now let us get the user. We have created a username restricted. So let us try to get it. Now see, we wrote the command db.getUser restricted. It has displayed all the information about this user. It has shown ID for that user. A unique ID has been provided to that user. So it is showing ID product dot restricted because products was the database in which we have created the user restricted. So it has assigned a unique ID, that is the user ID, UIID. This is the user ID. Username is restricted. DB roles are products and database is products and different roles for this user, and it has specified various mechanisms for that. Now we created one more user, that was I think Kushwan. So let us try to get that also. db dot get user, name was Kushwan. Now see, it has provided the information about Kushwant user. It has said ID, which underscore ID means which object, and the object was object, or you can say document. Document in which this user exists is products.kushwant. So this is the unique ID for the user, and then these are the details for that particular user. So remember, if we know about user, that this is the particular ABC user, and we want to see this user is existing for which of the database, then we can simply write the command db.getUser. Now suppose we want to get all the users, mean display all the users. So we will write the command db.getUsers. So we will embed S with this. Nothing else we need to do. We simply specify S over here. Now see, with the help of db.getUsers, it has displayed all the users of current database which was active. Now see which database was currently active. Write db. Products database is currently active. So if we write the command db.getUsers, it means this command will work for displaying the users that exist in products database. See, all the users which exist in current database has been displayed. So we created these users. One user is for account user. It was created earlier. So next user was KK. Then another user was Kushwant. Another user was Mansi. Another user was named as restricted. So all the users information has been displayed with the help of get user. Now suppose we want to drop any of the user. Let us drop the user KK. So simply we write the command db dot drop user. Now specify the username KK. Press enter. It has returned true. It means this user has been deleted. Now check whether this user has been deleted or not. So which was the command? The command was db.getUsers. Press enter. Now see how many users are there. Restricted is there, Mansi is there, Kushwant is there, account user is there, but KK is not present. This has been removed. So which was the command? db dot drop user. In the bracket, what will we specify? We'll specify the name of the user whom we want to draw from the database. So this is about dropping the users. Similarly, we can grant the roles to the user. We can revoke the roles from the user. We have assigned certain roles. We have granted the roles. We can also revoke the users also. We can revoke the permissions also. Now, if you want to update the roles of a given user, then for that the command is db dot update user. db dot update user. With this command we can specify about his roles. We can write likewise, we can write db dot update user. Here we will specify the name of the user. Let us say the name of the user is Kushwant. Then after that we can specify the data, like we want to change his employee id, we want to change roles. Then we can do it with the help of roles colon, specify the roles. Suppose we want to assign him the role read. Read should be written in this. Earlier the role was read, right? And now we have given him the roles and the database. Suppose I want to give him rights to test users, so I have mentioned it over here. Press enter. Sorry, I have pressed enter a little bit earlier. Just a minute, give me some time. Now see what we have done over here. We have updated the user Kushwant and we have changed his roles. This role read and write. So fine. So this was all about administration part of MongoDB, and I mean how we can create user, how we can drop user, how we can change the rights of the user, how can we assign, that is grant or revoke the permissions of user. Similarly, we can do perform multiple operations. So you can do as much practice as you can. I will be adding more videos regarding to MongoDB. So keep in touch, keep practicing. Until and unless you do practice, you will not be able to understand these things. I have told you, you can install MongoDB onto your system. You can work on VM machine. You can work on Cloudera. At the same time, you can work on MongoDB web shell also. But the main thing is you should keep on practicing such queries. Thank you. We will be meeting soon with next topics. Till then, practice the commands which we have discussed till now.